Are you recording?
I'm just going to record now because you never know what comes in the little bits that we discuss in, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's recording. Let's see. Yes, it's recording. Let's see. Here is great. Awesome. Okay. So we said.
Not very much.
Welcome to the studio.
Hello, welcome to the studio.
What a studio we have today. In the middle of Ibiza, we are so blessed here to be together to discuss. And as we said when we met, we felt that we needed to discuss something. We didn't know exactly what, but we felt it like, hey, let's have a podcast, let's have a video call, let's have something like to discuss. And I remember that the topic that just came up into my mind without knowing anything about Pixie was something related to energies and sexual energies.
Mm-hmm.
This is exactly what I felt that we need to talk about. I didn't know. And later you start explaining to me a little bit about you, what you were doing, a little bit. So I just wanted, if it's possible, for you to recall a little bit about this.
Yeah.
And
sure.
what you think about sexual energies and
yeah, nice. Cool. Yeah, for me also I just want to say that it feels, you mentioned something about the feminine essence and the ascension, so for me these are also topics that I would love to talk about, because for a man to be interested in those topics is super nice, because those questions then open up my channel and yours as well, right? Yeah, the sexual energy for me has been like such a powerful tool to bring expansion to people and to reflections, because it's been something that I've been fully stepping into my authentic expression with for years now. And actually I've always been sensual from a young age. I felt very sensual. I can remember having sensual thoughts. I wasn't exposed to sex or anything like that in the house. I was just of that essence, in that playful, innocent, pleasurable, explorative essence, and that's something that's always been within me, but something that I for sure suppressed during my youth, during my relationships with my parents, with people who I thought would probably judge because we didn't understand the expression. So around 5 years ago I started erotic modeling, and for me it was really a question that I asked myself here on the island. What would I do if it was already done? Like if I didn't have to do anything to be in my highest frequency, to be in the place that I wanted to be. And the answer was masturbate in the garden or nature, record myself, self-pleasure, like in the sun. These are things that if it's already done and I'm in my pixie palace, what am I doing? I'm eating fruit, I'm pleasuring myself. And from that space I started thinking, well, I could actually sell these things. Like I could actually bring through abundance through this channel also. And in the meantime, face all of the conditions and all of the judgment from the people who would gradually find out what I was doing, because I was quite open. I wasn't secretive in what I was doing, because I wanted to create a scenario where I really learned what people felt about me and my true expression, so that I could take back all the power from feeling that I needed validation from other people to feel complete within my expression. So in a summary, that's basically what it's been. And also through that channel I've activated so much of my other creative energy, because I learned in the process to channel my sexual energy into not only sexual expression, but to hold the sexual energy, which is activated by my Kundalini, which is activated when I'm doing the things that I love to do, and then to channel it into painting or to writing a website or whatever. So it's been a whole learning process of one, being courageous enough to be my true self, and then also learning how to heal from all of the sexual misalignments that I had through my youth, and to then purify and then to channel that into the creations, which are more, I would say, not more divine, because they're all divine. Even through my channel of erotic modeling, my core aim is to bring awareness to my clients of how to become harmonious within, and to kind of alchemize the behaviors that I see in the reflections of why people come to me. People just come to me because I'm an erotic model. It's because also I have the capacity to bring change to some of the things that I see within that industry.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Okay. And how do you were saying about how you transform this energy, into creative energy, right? Can you explain a little bit how do you do it?
For me, like the last 7, 9 maybe years has been really about doing a lot of deep shadow work. And that's how I alchemized everything, was really allowing my intuition to guide me to places. Like even here I've been doing my own sexual healing, to places where I would meet connections which would trigger maybe things that I couldn't see, and then learning what I could see in the other person and taking accountability for the reflection within myself. And then through clearing those energy loops or misharmonies or conditions or experiences, it brings clarity to the channel and then helps to bring through the channel in a different way. It's a different kind of activation, and it becomes also more, I'm a very physical person, but it becomes more of an inner outer thing rather than my sexual energy comes from here. No, it's like, oh wow, I'm creating my website this morning and just writing some descriptions about my artwork, and I feel the activation. It's not like a sexual drive. It's a different. It feels the same, but because you can learn to channel it in a different way, it comes through differently.
Okay. Might I ask you if you, in this process, once you are gonna transform this energy, do you retain the orgasm, or you just transform it another way?
Often yeah, and sometimes no.
Okay.
For me, it's all about being in the highest frequency. So when you get to that point, it's like it doesn't matter what you're doing as long as you're in this bliss state, right? Like you don't always have to intentionally be doing something with the orgasm for it to create a ripple effect within your life, because the frequency is enough. Actually, it's enough to just be.
Okay.
So yeah, and yes, sometimes, for example, sometimes my environment, like here, doesn't support me being so much in that self-pleasure thing. And okay, maybe I would like to be in it, but in those moments, then okay, I'll use that energy to put into something else, because here I don't have the space.
Cool.
Yeah, whatever in the moment. It's not like it's, for me, it's all about releasing the grip of needing a specific thing to be in that frequency.
Okay.
And get to that frequency through multiple, like I could get to it from having a nice meal, for example.
Yeah.
Oh, this is so good. Every cell is like,
Yeah, I got it. And okay, let's maybe change a little bit the topic, and to see how do you see, when we were talking, we were discussing about the masculine side and the feminine side of energy, and also the reflection in 3D, which is like male and female, right? So how do you see from now on the role, or maybe the expression of a female? Because I'm seeing like so many girls that they're like putting their power and all these things, but sometimes I feel this is a perspective. I see that they are kind of like drifting away from the other side, which is the male, to actually be merged and create the whole. So I'm seeing, and again, it's a perspective. I'm seeing so many women drifting away and supposed to be empowering themselves, but at the same time going further for what is the could be the partner and the another side of the energy to collide and to create the whole. So I want to know, like, what do you think about this, the empowering woman, this movement that is.
Yeah, I feel like as a woman, now we're in a really interesting moment whereby there's a lot of mistrust and a lot of recalibration happening, and a lot of work, not for all masculines, but for a lot of men, to really understand what it means to be I don't know, in an unconditional exchange, away from this power control dynamic. The reason people pull back, including myself, for a while, not so much now. I feel a bit more open now because when you learn to create a safe space within, then all of your external connections also become safe because you have the courage and the capacity to speak your boundaries, to be honest, to be true. This is how you create safety. But for a long time, I didn't feel safe because I didn't have the capacity to say everything to everyone, especially males who had power over me in some circumstances. There's a lot of fear within the collective at the moment because there is a lot of this happening. So it's really, I have some beautiful males in my life now, and I'm like, please educate the men because we really do need to come together. But without that awareness of how to be a good human being, good, but with integrity, with compassion, with care, with understanding. Also, the other way around, not just a one-sided thing. For me, it's about women are the same. Masculine and feminine energy is not male or female. But I do feel like as male and females, women are different. We have womb space. So there are, I feel like, more traditional roles coming back in which create unity and safety and hold the frequency for women to relax and male, but you know, there's a lot of a healing process going on at the moment, and I feel like there are, I don't know, I've not met a lot of men which make me feel safe, if I'm completely honest. So maybe until that becomes the case, there is that little bit of separation. But I'm in a space personally right now where within my intimate connections, I am not interested in being a teacher. Because for 13 years I was with a man and we're best friends now, we did a lot of work together, but I've done that. I've committed my life to teaching somebody within an intimate connection. I don't want to do that now. I want to be held. I'm held by myself. I also want to be held by my reflection, and maybe that's where these people are too, right? Okay, do your work. I'll meet you there.
Yeah,
I can show you how to do it, but I'm not going to show you through being the reflection of what you need to learn, because then I'm doing the work.
Yeah.
So we have to also empower the men to not create these dependencies where the women are always showing. It's like, I did it. You can do it too.
I consider that, for example, in these terms, men has led, for good and bad, whatever you want to call it, if you want to label, in expression of the soul that has been more in matter. So men needed to lead. We haven't been the best ones, but we have done as much as we could. Now, if you're drifting away, you are kind of doing the same mistake, between quotation marks, that we have done it. Why? Because you are leading this new era. Women are leading this new era. And by drifting away, and for example, all this movement about feminism and all these things, I understand, because actually it's a reflection. In physics, it's the same. You create an opposite force with what has been created. This is physics, okay? Applied to humanity or whatever. But I also believe, like, if you want to be wiser than us and you're gonna lead this new era, I'm not saying that you need to teach anyone, but be more aware that literally you're gonna be now the guidance, girls, and this is for all women, you're gonna be the guidance for many men to start a new process. It doesn't mean like you need to accept everything, but you need to be aware that you are way more connected than men to source, way more connected to source, because man is leading the matter side, the physical reality, whereas you are more connected to the 5D, or whatever you want to call it, in different dimensions. So this means that, of course, you don't need to accept everything, but be more aware that you are more connected to a source of information and wisdom that men normally are not by default.
Yeah.
Okay?
It's nice that you know that. Not every man knows that, and that's the difference.
Okay.
For me, if somebody knows that, great. I'm more than happy to sit down and have a conversation for hours about whatever you want to talk about.
Yeah.
If I have to convince, I'm out.
Yeah.
This takes my energy. This is draining. People have to be ready to accept the information also, and that's their work. So yeah, absolutely. But I also have close men in my life who they help me and I help them. We support each other. They in different ways, and also in energetic and spiritual ways. I'm teaching them also in every community that I'm in every interaction that I'm in, everywhere that I go, like everything. We have to learn. This is the thing.
Yeah.
It's a two-sided thing. To expand, the person also receiving has to want to grow. Otherwise, it's just and to get to that place, you have to do the work.
100%. And also, again, maybe this is also your role now to embrace this, to not force, as you're saying, not forcing another person to understand, but to plant the seed, and just let it go, right? But I also believe that the more we literally, I would say, because I've been in that, again, at least from my perspective, I consider that I've been in my ego situation, saying, oh, many women don't understand me. But actually, if we consider that we create our own reality, it means like that reflection was showing me that I was not so ready for that woman appearing and telling me, I understand you, and I could understand her because I needed to grow more. So on the process, many women that they didn't understand me, because it happened at the opposite side as well, I needed to go through that for me to start like letting go more and more without pressing anything, and at the same time growing, because my ego was like diminishing as well. So maybe could be that on this new era, and in your case, for example, that you are saying like not many men, it's true. I'm actually, I understand, but also because we are growing on that path, you know. So what we see is a reflection of still things that we need to actually embrace and maybe like grow ourselves as well.
Of course, but then at some point, I've been in situations where I can see reflections that don't. I'm observing it now. I get it.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't have anything to learn from this. Okay, maybe I dipped my toe in, and what I had to learn was don't get involved. This is also something for me as a woman right now. There's this general condition of feeling responsible. It's like feeling a need for purpose. This is also a little bit of an interesting energy of I need people to It's not true. We need ourselves to understand ourselves. We need space to be accepted also, to honor each other's expression where we're at right now. Then I get a choice to interact with. If somebody's not in resonance with me, it's not a personal thing. I get a choice. Do I want this person in my life or no? Yeah? And then this person, maybe they expand and then we come together. It's not like a separation thing, it's a readiness thing. It's like, okay, maybe my information is too much for this person, and it would be overwhelming right now.
Each to their own path.
Yeah, exactly.
100%.
It's really this, and the responsibility thing, it's when you take that off, for so many years, it's like, I'm a woman, but no, like it's actually imposing to feel responsible for somebody else's expansion. And when I've received that imposing energy, it's like, whoa, hang on, I didn't ask for that. Like, it's not for you to do that. Don't be intrusive in my space, right?
I understand.
Yeah.
Something I really wanted to talk to you was, and again, sometimes it's our egos, the ones we talk or once we think about it, okay? But I want to talk to you, how do you feel with the erotic photographies and all the things that you do? Do you feel this is an expression that you feel to do it? Or it's just like to kind of like tackle or kind of like it's like something like comes to you like as a revenge from the past? Or I really want to know this, because I mean I'm a lot into energies and all the things, and I want to understand where this comes from. I'm gonna tell you my perspective, but I also want to know yours, and actually I would love to learn as well. I'm really conservative in these terms. I consider sometimes like the body is a temple, like actually you kind of protect two special people you want to share with, not everyone. The same as, for example, when you are talking to someone, right? For example, you are talking to these people that you say, well, this man is not providing me anything. I cannot learn from him. Like, I don't want to teach him everything, you know? Absolutely. So in these terms, I want to learn from you, how do you feel about this? If it's like an expression that comes to you to share your body physically, because I know like later, like you are really meticulous to the people like you.
Physically, no.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, along the way at all.
Yeah, sorry, exactly. Not physically, I'm feeling like in pictures, but later I know, because we have been discussing, that later you are really meticulous to the people, like you share 100% your body, you know?
Yeah.
So that's why I wanted to ask you, and I'm really curious about why do you do it? If you feel it, because you feel it to do like this, it's just work, it's just like an expression of your art, because it's art as well. I really want to know this.
Okay, nice. Yeah, it's been multiple things. Right now, I'm going to give you the current state. I actually feel like I'm maybe stepping away from it at the moment. Recently, I've shifted really in my version, in what resonates, in the things that I want to focus on, in the people I want to interact with. It's something that I started to do because, like I said, I asked the question, it came. And also I found myself feeling, I had a lot of experiences on this island doing a lot of shadow work, having a lot of ancestral reflections and things clearing, really dark, scary moments. And being naked made me feel so empowered, like the most empowered, being naked. So it was almost a protection thing for me. It's like I'm bare now, and that's when I feel the safest. It was this kind of reflection. It was also a channel to share my self-love practices, and my vision was to educate. Maybe it didn't work out like this because actually the nature of people coming through are not really that interested in what I wanted to share, but self-love, how to touch a woman, how to be sensual and soft, and but yeah, now it's and also it was a really big family healing moment for me when I was then confronted by my parents who found out and an opportunity for me to say, it's your judgment, this is your energy, not mine. For me, it's okay, this is an okay expression. You love me like this, or you don't love me at all. This kind of really taking my power back from the family conditions and conservative ways, which didn't resonate with me, of how I was supposed to act based on my parents' perception. I'm 40 this year, and I was like, okay, this needs to stop. And that was actually a really powerful thing. So there've been a lot of moments through which have really helped me to take my power back. So it's been a method for me to alchemize. But now I'm at a point where I don't feel like I need that anymore. Actually, I'm in a different phase. So now I feel more in the space where I want to teach and coach within that space and not be so much. And maybe teach people in person, but it's shifted recently actually. Haven't done that work for a while now. I've moved back because I was seeing my boundaries not being met, and actually that alone, being approached, and sometimes it's also been a little bit of survival. It's been a way to bring money in, truthfully. And then recently I realized my boundaries weren't being met. So okay, how do I actually step into this new version? I take my power back from feeling like my only way of bringing abundance in is this, and not allowing this person to step over my boundaries, and then I feel a shift. So it's been a whole thing, not just one thing, a whole thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just talking from my side as well again, and as a teacher of energy, and I know, like, for example, I don't know if you have some friends that are like, for example, selling things on OnlyFans and all these things, and all these platforms. I respect you all, of course, like 100%. It's not judgment at all. I'm just telling you from an energy background and as an energy teacher, what this can do in you. Okay, this is maybe it's not happening to you, but once we show, because it's an art, okay, art will be shown, will be like seen by everyone. the majority, as you were saying before, for example, talking about men and female right now, okay? So, talking about men, the majority of men maybe are not ready to understand this art without connecting with sexuality, okay? So, what we are doing, even if again, this is my perspective, what we are doing by showing in this way our body, and this is something often, I'm not saying like you're exactly positioned, but I'm saying, for example, OnlyFans, all the
I have an OnlyFans.
Oh, you have an OnlyFans? I didn't know actually. I didn't know.
I was gonna wait for you to finish.
You need to show me.
I was gonna wait for you to finish and then tell
Okay,
you.
so it's perfect because I'm actually literally like we didn't even talk about what we're gonna talk today.
No.
I'm just like whatever comes, and we said that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So look, my perspective in energy knowledge is like you girls will be receiving, okay? You will be receiving a lot of really low energy, and I'm gonna explain you why. Many of these platforms are consumed by men that actually they just want to focus on sexual things, okay, but in a really low vibration. Okay, it's not like we are not talking about sexual energy transmutation. We are not talking about this. These people that are consuming this that they're not even thinking of this. They don't even probably know.
They have no idea.
So they are like really in a low vibration of sexuality, but actually inverted, actually open, literally like portals. Okay, in their own body and for humanity as well. So I'm not saying that all of you and you are contributing to this because you are doing because you want. It's your body, it's your things, it's your life. You do whatever you want. But from me, I feel that I need to share this. You are receiving the same as, for example, we have a call with our phones. Sometimes we don't understand what is the technology behind, right? We receive a call and what is this? I have no idea, but it's technology behind. So also, we know it's like waves, right? Waves of information. We do the same as an inner technology as humans. We do the same. So the message that we are sending, every time we are thinking and feeling something, merging, create a wave that you will receive. Okay? So once a man or a female as well see your pictures, you will be receiving this call or whatever you want to call it. Okay, this call the same as
you mean the energy?
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. This call is like literally the call is like waves of energy. Okay, of like it's embrace information. So literally, you are receiving all this information, and this information is real in terms of frequencies are really low. So even you don't know, might be like feeling bad, feeling sad, feeling whatever, that you even have no idea why. And retain you there is because all this energy that colliding is creating like a super strong wave of low vibration.
Yeah, it's based on a principle, what you say, right? It's based on a principle that every interaction that you have within this space is the same, and that you don't know who you're interacting with, which for me is not the case. I have had probably a maximum in 4 years of 7 clients who I've exchanged with.
Okay.
Because if you can't speak to me respectfully, if I can feel something off, if you can't take simple instruction, which makes me feel safe, then I don't exchange.
Okay.
So I've protected myself in the ways as much as possible. Yes, I agree with you. Absolutely, which is why now I've stepped away from a client and I'm not doing work in that field anymore, because unless it's a conscious person, then for me it's not fun, right? Because then I'm teaching, and I've said I don't want to do coaching work in my intimate connections. So now I've done a full circle. Okay, this is an intimate connection, so I take my power back, and that is a way to protect yourself within this space. Of course, you don't make millions of dollars like the top OnlyFans girls, because this is why I didn't go down that road. This is why I kept it as an artistic expression, as a very personal, exclusive thing where I needed to feel that the energy was okay for me to give and receive the money. But there are a lot of women out there, like you said, who have these channels. They don't know who they're speaking to. They probably don't even speak to them themselves. And yeah, absolutely, that is happening.
Mm-hmm.
Not for me.
the same as you were sharing to me before, that many men are not ready for this. I also would say that many women are not ready for listening this.
Of course.
Because, again, if we want to talk in a spiritual way, we can talk in a spiritual way, or we can talk in a physics way. Whatever. Both are gonna give you the same. I mean, at least like in a again, for those who even like, they say, oh, what is this talking about? You can even apply physics to this. Okay. So it's not like I'm going into this idea because whatever. If that resonates with you, go and check more information by yourself. You know, because it's also essential to be kind of like making your own choice and your own conclusions. You know.
Yeah.
But it's amazing that what we have been discussing, because literally I didn't know that you had this.
Exactly, and I didn't mention it for that reason. Because I like people to become without the energy of knowing that. Because otherwise it creates, like you had, a perception, right?
Yeah.
Of how
or even judgment.
Or judgment, exactly.
Yeah.
For me, judgment is okay, because how I alchemize I don't receive other people's judgment, because I don't judge myself. So I understand that this is yours, and actually this is my gift to you.
Yeah.
How I trigger your judgment is how you will expand, because that's how I expanded. I saw a guy on things stripping. I'm like, what is he doing? He's attention seeking. When I realized actually he was just expressing himself. He used to be a police, blah, blah, blah. He was just expressing himself. I go, wow, he's empowered. This is amazing. That was like, oh, why am I judging him? Because I want to do this and I can't, because I don't have the courage to. So there was this whole like recalibration of me not judging the whole thing also. Yeah. Because actually when you talk about sex, there's a lot of people in this world that use sexual energy in the wrong way, but primal sex, there's nothing wrong with it actually.
No,
it's beautiful. Like it's beautiful in the right setting, and it's sacred. Sex is sacred, whether it's tantric. For me, actually, there's so much separation in sensual, sexual energy. They're the same thing. As long as you respect yourself and you have the reflection of energy that you, in the other person, you have within yourself, then everything is okay. It doesn't matter what the expression looks like.
Yeah.
I had a lot of opportunities last year to explore the sex world, to explore different things and to learn. You know, I actually, one of the first places I lived when I landed back on the island was with one of the top OnlyFans models in a mansion, observing, like, whoa, like really, thankfully, quite early on at the start of my journey, able to see what happens when you create these things just for a return of money. The darkness, all this time.
Yeah.
So I had these opportunities which I learned from and helped me to create my way to always be in integrity with how I connect.
Just to finish, at least from my side, I would love to remember actually merging a little bit of energy and history, that the most powerful women in the past used to be trained in sexual energies, and they were even protectors of temples. They were the ones like the let's call it princesses of temples, that they were teaching sexual energies to actually, for transmutation, for using these energies into other things, to creation. And it's so important that for those of you, also Pixie as well, like she literally is working on this. Maybe it's time to connect a little bit with this part of you and to ask what's happened in the past. I'm not talking in this life. What's happened in the past and what I need to learn, and maybe what I need to go through the darkness as well, because we learn a lot in the darkness, to embrace nowadays on the new era with the most light that I can be. this knowledge, because this is a wisdom that you keep for like you have kept for 100 of years, 100 of lives.
Goddesses, by the way, I like that.
Goddess, exactly, goddesses. Yeah, I say princesses.
Goddess.
Well, I would say, no, you know what? I would say princesses, because it's still like terrenal. It's like still in the 3D.
I don't resonate with princess.
No? I'm not saying a princess like to be in a castle. I'm saying a princess in the past, at the beginning, used to be the ones that were leading in the 3D. But actually, they were goddesses when they were leading from the 5D and the 3D. Mm-hmm. So I would say that nowadays, that's why I call it princesses. until I'm not saying you, maybe you have mastered this, but the majority, I would say princesses still. But until the majority of women, or maybe the woman that integrates the sexual energies in different dimensions. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I would say. After that, I would say goddesses. But it's true. I forgot the name anyway. But now just to make it as a joke, I think we have things to do. Mm-hmm. Men, we have fucked up many things, but also we have done good things as well. Mm-hmm. And now I do consider, talking from a man perspective, that they are the ones leading. They are the ones who have now actually the most responsibility, because we are leading from matter to energy. So they are leading. They are the ones leading to energy. And many things to learn from you girls.
It's nice that you recognize. Thank you.
Yeah,
I feel like if you could tell a few more men about that, that would be great.
We're gonna share this. We're gonna share this. So they're the ones leading. They're the ones leading. We just need to relax.
Together. We need to lead together. We need the support from the men and the grounded male safe space from the males to really flourish. Because that's what I'm really seeing in the collective now, especially here on the island. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of women and men doing a lot of light work, but there's a lot of women also who don't have homes, don't have the money to, like I'm always in service doing my work in communities, sharing, this work that you just talked about, it's always present for me. Yeah. So it's really just about coming together also and like supporting each other more and from a unified perspective. Not this ultra independence that we've been feeling like we needed for these last years. Now it's time to
unite.
All work with each other with all our beautiful gifts and skills. And
yeah. We will see each other at the next one. Maybe we'll have another one, a second one.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Super nice.